Hello and welcome to the Mobius Archives. This is your host, Mobius Rex, and we are playing Agrarian Skies 2. Alright, well, I've been working here, getting a little bit more, compacting drawers just so that we can get our metals in order. I'm also making up a whole heck of a lot of bronze right now. This is all still fairly manual. I want to get a lot of it automated off camera, but I just haven't. Not yet. But for today, I want to make up a few more things. Botania, I've actually found, is a really neat little mod. We've been getting a lot of these petals. But we've been working towards getting some more of these TerraSteel ingots. So TerraSteel is Botania's version of diamonds. So you can use TerraSteel for diamond armor and whatnot, and this is only useful if we have at least a half pool up here, which we don't right now, and I'm assuming that's because we run out of lava. So for today, or at least for now, what I want to do is actually make more lava using blood magic. So in blood magic, there is a ritual. There you go. Don't know why I couldn't find this. Serenade of the Nether. And it's just like that. What this does, for 20,000 life points for activation, it will use 500 life points to pull a bucket worth of lava to the ritual. So what I want to do is underneath here, where we have these thermal lilies, I am going to add this ritual in, at least in one part, just so that we have a continuous supply of lava that these can use to fill up mana pools, and then I can actually use, I can actually start filling it out with possibly 4 thermal lilies. Maybe I'll move these one over. Yeah, I'll move these over here, and use 4 thermal lilies to fill that out. Now ours ritual serenade another setup for our rod, or divination rod here, but we need the master ritual stone first. 2 of them. Or maybe I'll just start with 1. And then see how well we do. We need ritual stones, don't we? I guess something here doesn't stack. Possibly I'm using too weak a blood orb for this. Yeah, I think a magician's blood orb is the minimum that we need to make a master ritual stone. So I'll have to pop over to our blood magic altar to get the upgraded blood orb. And I'm just going to turn this, leave that system on, but turn this off. We have a full essence drum, which is what we've been wanting. And this chest has been filling up with random stuff, so that's why I have a trash can here. Just so we're collecting a lot of the stuff. Some of it's good, some of it's not as great, but we have it available nonetheless. All right. So let's actually, why don't we actually make up the ritual stone here? Nah. Let's take it with us. So the master ritual stone, just like that. The magician's blood orb that gives us that, and we keep the ritual stones on us. We need the blood orb, maybe. And why don't we make another one while we're at it? That'll give us 8, I suppose. That one. Oh, we have 4 in here. No, we don't need more ritual stones then. Yes we do. There we go. Good enough. So I want to have them here so that we can control where these mana spreaders are pointing. So if we want to have these point at, say, the runic altar or whatever, we can. And I'm actually just going to move them up a bit. I'm going to have them start back here, above the Hydra Aegis. No, I'll make them back here. There we go, and then if we just use the Serenaded Nether on that, change that, oops, and change that, nice. Then all we need to do is activate this, and we get lava, and I'm actually going to go and grab some glass, so that we don't accidentally let this thing flow. Because I think a block update of any type is going to let the lava out. So if I place that... Oh, it didn't float. It flowed. That's what I wanted to prevent. Yeah. Because that might destroy flowers and whatnot. How I had it before is actually kind of dangerous. Where I had the lava placed on top. This way, at least, nothing will affect it. So, okay, so activate you two. And now we just need dirt. Or I guess I could make these floating. Floating thermalilies. 2 glowstone, and the flower make them glimmering. It's just pasture seeds and dirt to make the floating flower. And then we add the thermalily to the floating flower to get a floating thermalily. And that allows us to put a floating thermalily there. That didn't work. There. There we go. And add the floating red flower to the other thermalily. Another floating thermalily. And we get one there. And now we should have a constant thermalily provider, assuming that we have enough essence left in our altar to keep moving forward. So the amount of essence we get depends on the orb you have in there. So I'm just going to stick the magicians back in. And leave for a bit, because we don't have auto-spawning there yet. So while we're at it... Oops. We'll power this thing up again. I have to get an auto-feed into this generator, I think. So I think what we should start doing, instead of having the leadstone jetpack, which is tier 1, we should get up to the hardened jetpack, which is tier 2, which is going to require hardened flux capacitor, hardened thrusters. Well, we'll get some of this stuff made up. Needs a reactant dynamo. I have dynamos downstairs, don't I? Compression and steam, so not those. I also have down here an alternate source, just in case I don't have any ender pearls on me, just to add it to the magmatic dynamo to get stuff heated up nice and fast. And I was making up the wrong dynamos. It is the reactant dynamo, but it didn't make the reactant dynamos. What are we missing here? There we go, a couple reactant dynamos. Gives us a couple. Oops, we ran out of Invar. Invar, really? Huh, I guess so. I have to get it so that we have a metallurgy, or an automated way to make ingots and whatnot using... An automated way to make ingots and whatnot using Tinker's Construct Smeltery from that terminal there. Our Invar is out, indeed. And Invar is just 1 nickel and 2 iron? Or is it 2 nickel and 1 iron? No, 1 nickel, 2 iron. So that should smelt up nicely. It's unfortunately a bit of a manual process right now to get the items out. To get the cores working. Well, that's making better materials for my jetpacks. I'm just going to head over here and see how these are doing. Quarter pool, half pool. Alright, that's enough. Enough for 1 more mana steel. Or terra steel. If I turn off our ring. And there's flowers that you can make that'll turn off the magnetization on your ring. I think they're solenoid flowers. So we might actually want to plant one here. What happened to my flowers? Oh. I actually had a lava spill here. I guess I didn't replace these hydrangeas. Huh. Well, I'll have to do that later. But we got 1 more terra steel ingot. And these should be... Well, that one's depleted. You're at 1. Just let these do their thing. That's why the gate is closed, because I've been sucking up all the power. Alright, let's actually aim for a quest today. How about a machine shop table? Machinist Workbench. Why not? Let's just get this, and that should be our second thruster. And for the jetpack, Need a hardened flux capacitor as well. Which we need a leadstone, and then a hardened, and then our jetpack. Take that out. Plop that in. Jetpack. Hardened jetpack. Did I make 2 hardened flux capacitors? Huh. Oh well. That's our tier 2. It should give us a little bit more flight. I don't know whether hover is a little bit more stable, but definitely should give us a little bit more flight time. Let's just charge this up. There we go. Nice. Feels about the same. So the Machinist Workbench. Oh, that's not bad. Just need what we're missing. Crafting table. Sure. There you go. Machinist Workbench. What else did we need? That's it. And we get 8 schematics. Now this allows us to craft stuff using schematics. Yay. And so we just put in a pattern, store it in there, and we can make something from it. Not bad, but we already have the A system. And I do not have my ring on. Come to me, thank you. Alright, what else do we got? We've already done the energetic infuser. And that gives us a redstone flux capacitor, nice. We can use that for our next stage of jetpack. And we have a cyclic crafter, just needs a cyclic assembler. This makes stuff automatically for us. Needs a couple copper gears. And a machine frame. So the machine frames, I think we should start using the most advanced we have, because we can't actually do anything with these. Well, we can upgrade them. Oh, never mind. We could just start with the basic machines frames. And then upgrade them at a later time. There we go. Cyclic assembler. Now what this does, and this is actually kind of neat, needs power though. Take this over here. Get this reshuffled. This doesn't need power, the igneous extruder. So I'm just going to put this on top of this cyclic assembler. Get them both to face the right way. Get, not you, you filled with fluid. No. There we go. Configure to accept from the top. Actually, you can accept fluid. Going to produce cobblestone. Going to pump it out the bottom. And I just need to provide you with a little bit of lava. Lava? Lava? No. Have to bucket it in. There we go. So you should be producing cobblestone. You should be putting the cobblestone in there. Now if I take a schematic and take 9 cobble, save it. So this should start producing compressed cobblestone once it has 9 cobble. There we go. So that's going to get us on our way to getting the octuple compressed cobblestone that we need for... Sorry, it's not even octuple. It's the Portal of Deep Dark. It only needs quadruple compressed cobblestone. 30,000 or so. Oh, no, it needs quintuple compressed cobblestone. So a lot of cobblestone. So that'll take a while to actually get that up and running and generated. But this is one of the starting steps. Currently doing next to nothing because it doesn't have enough input from the igneous extruder. We can upgrade the igneous extruder to the resonant version, and it might be able to give us more stuff. Alright, but let's claim that. We get red print. And you can use this on any device to copy its settings. Well, didn't you just ask me to make that? And apparently we need a bunch of augments as well. We already have the secondary gearbox from who knows where. We need a flux modulation booster and a stabilized frame, and we get a secondary reception coil. This stuff, I have no idea what it does. So basic Secondary. We need some wool, some hardened glass. We have all that. Except for the wool. This one we do is Flux Modulation Booster. 4 times energy produced, 4 times fuel consumed. Minus 25% base fuel energy. Alright, that's one of them. And augment stabilized frame. We need that wool. Well, while we're doing that, why don't we get something that'll shear stuff for us? So I think it's the rancher that'll actually make that stuff for us. We don't have a lot for the rancher. Let's get a machine frame going. There we go. Just need some plastic piping. Oh, we're out of plastic. There we go. Plastic piping and a rancher. So it's that. I'm going to make up some solar power for this. It's actually pretty easy to make up solars. And I usually go for solar 2. I just need 24 mirrors. I need more wood. Should make an auto recipe for this, definitely. Because solar 2s are my go-to solar power. So just need 8 solar cells, solar 1s. And that gives us a solar 2. Alright, so out here, we don't want to go inside the fence if we can at all help it, which is good. We don't. Slap in, I think this will milk these guys as well, but put that there, put the chest over here, and give it a little bit of power. Not like that. Like that. We're building up with energy, we're seeing milk come out here, and we're seeing wool come out here. So now we have auto-harvesting milk and wool, something I've been needing to make up for a long time. Milk is definitely going to help us make cake, and that's also another Botania thing that we can use. And so that augment is the stabilized frame. Why aren't you working for me? Oh, it's rock wool. Bloody hell. So this can be made up by smelting slag. I think that's the only way to do it. So to get slag, basic slag, we need sand and some pulverized ferrous. Oh, hold on. Easiest way, sand and cobblestone. We'll make bricks and slag. So we just need some cobble here. Let's get 16. Like so. And just need to go over to our induction smelter. This one. And like that, we should be able to get up some slag. Go. Take the slag, add it to redstone furnace. And everything here should be sucked into our system. Am I wrong? You're not importing because the device is offline, probably because we ran out of power. There we go. Rock wool pulled into the system. Not grey wool. Rock wool. There we go. Stabilized frame. And that gives an increased chance for a secondary output. Nice. Which also gives us secondary reception coil, which increases processing speed. Huh. Interesting. Increases the energy used. Requires a hardened machine. Pyroclastic generation. Okay, I have to see this. For an igneous extruder, requires a resonant machine. It creates up to 64 cobble per operation, up to 32 stone per operation, up to 16, and reduces the amount of water consumed. Huh. That's not bad. Just like that. There we go. Lots of fast cobble. Let's get that in our system. Oh, but it needs a resonant machine. You probably aren't resonant. Well, let's find out how to make you resonant. You are basic. So I have a feeling we need an electrum gear a signalium gear, some hardened glass, an enderium gear, and some silver ingots. So enderium gear, electrum, and signalium, and hardened glass. So first upgrade to hardened. Second upgrade to reinforced. Third upgrade to resonant. And that should produce a whole mess of cobblestone. And it doesn't even need power. And get this thing in here. Configurations, right. You're getting your water. I just need to give you your lava. So now, well, its tank is much bigger. Still seems to be outputting one at a time. Maybe I need another augment? Oh, requires previous levels to be installed. So I need all the igneous augments? I don't know. Let's try that. So this one will give us up to 16, this will give us up to 32, and this will give us up to 64. Figuring out machines with Mobius Rex. Alright. Basic augment. Next basic augment, so those are the catalysts. Accelerated extrusion igneous catalyst and pyroclastic generation. So let's take this out. Let's stop you outputting. So it's one at a time. Now if we add in this augment, that's definitely 16 at a time. This should bring it up to 32 at a time. 32 at a time. And this should bring it up to 64 at a time. Nice. But if I remove this augment, it should go back down to 1 at a time. And it does. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well, that's what you need. Higher tier machines with all their augments in place allow you to do fun stuff. Like fill this full of cobblestone and output to the bottom. Nice. Well, that's going to be a lot faster to make compressed cobblestone and everything else that we want. Might even be able to make octuple compressed cobblestone really fast with just a few resonant igneous extruders. Huh. Cool. Alright, this has been Mobius Rex from Mobius Archives. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us a like, leave some comments and suggestions. We'll be back with you next time. Have a good day and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.